God's prayer. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful. All praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the beneficent, the merciful. So, Master's Day of Judgment in which we now live, the alone do we serve, and the alone we seek for thine help and aid. O Allah, guide us on the right path. Path of those upon whom thou hast bestowed thy favors, not on the path of those upon whom thy wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray if they heard thy teachings. Say he Allah is one God. Allah is he of whom nothing is independent, but upon whom we all depend. He begetteth not, nor is he begotten, there is not like him. And I bear witness none deserve to be served, worship, and praise beside Allah, who came in a person of Master Levi Muhammad. And I bear witness that the honorable Elijah Muhammad is our true servant and last apostle. Amen.
Assalamu alaikum. Like I said, in the name of Allah, who came in the person of Master Levi Muhammad, the true and living God, we forever thank him. Read up in our midst, a divine leader, teacher, and guide in the person of most honorable Elijah Muhammad. May the peace and blessings of Almighty God Allah be upon him. We know for a surety that he is no longer with you and I in the physical form. That what was given to him from Almighty God Allah, who came in the person of Master Levi Muhammad, lives with you and I, the believers. It's an honor and a privilege to be bearing witness in this day and time that Allah is God, who came in the person of Master Levi Muhammad, and the most honorable Elijah Muhammad was his last and greatest messenger. I know I'm not going to be able to read all this. But anyway, before we get started, we have some believers. Brother Khalid, I don't know if you remember him, Brother Khalid Allah, he sends the greetings of Assalamu alaikum. And Brother Muti Kabir Ali also sends the greetings of Assalamu alaikum. And I talked with Brother Mustafa Ali, and his wife, Sister Sharice, also sends the greetings of Assalamu alaikum. And Brother Mikhail Shabazz, he's out of Tucson, Arizona. He also sends the greetings of Assalamu alaikum, the Rafiq family. And my wife also sends the greeting of Assalamu alaikum, Sister Zakia. She'll be away for a while, but nevertheless, she sends all her greetings to all the believers. Thank you. Yeah, Brother Ibrahim from Tampa, Florida. Muhammad, he sends the greetings also. Assalamu alaikum to all the believers. That goes to show you that we have a lot of brothers and sisters that's across the country here that's believers.
That's right.
And we never know. Brother told me once, say, it's not always what's out in front of you. It's not always what's out in front of us. So we're very fortunate to be followers of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. There's a few things that I would like to say concerning before I go. We make mistakes. None of us perfect. I had a little thing with my son this morning. I kind of got off a little bit. I kind of a little bit too hard on him. And just at that moment, you have to always be thinking. You do the best you can do. People make mistakes. I don't care who it is. Be your son, your daughter, mother, father, wife, brother. You make mistakes. So we have to be able to forgive. And I told him, I said, well, I apologize to him. I'm his father. I didn't have to. If I could have took it that way. I'm the dad. I could have took it that way. I could have felt that way. But he's a human being. He's a believer. So I apologized to him. And I'm glad I did. Because I think I was a little too hard on him. And I think he did the best that he can do. At that time, what needed to be done. So he didn't need no other flack. you know. So I just apologize to my boy, and I respect him as a believer, regardless of if he's still a believer. So we should consider that, and I feel pretty good about it, you know. But my grandbaby had a birthday yesterday. She's 7 years old, and Ollie, and I'd like to say happy birthday, Ollie. Didn't get a chance to see it yesterday, and I pray Allah that He bless you to see a whole lot of them. And I pray Allah that He bless me to see them right along with you. Praise be to Allah. That's how they do it. So you know we very fortunate, brothers and sisters, to be followers of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and we're building a nation, and just to be part of that nation, Allah blesses us to be a part of it, and to give us a chance to work in the cause of Islam under the guidance and leadership of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. We're very fortunate and we're very blessed, especially in this day and time with everything that's going on. The devil is attacking truth, the message say, all the time, especially Islam, all the time. If you look around and you see what's going on, he always trying and put something in front of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Take for instance now, the other day, I don't know if any of you know it or not, they have the old Linwood all the way down towards Puritan. They have Tynetta Muhammad Avenue. See, Tynetta Muhammad Avenue. They have Malcolm X Boulevard, isn't it? Malcolm X. Now they took, what is it? Dexter, right. Now they took the name, the Messenger Elijah Muhammad's Boulevard, they took that down. They don't want you to know, nobody to know anything of the good work that the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad has accomplished over the years. For 44 years, this man had did a great work with the help of Almighty God, Allah, who came in the person of Master Prophet Muhammad. And he was successful in all his undertaking. And he got the worst, the scum, from the bottomless pit, wallowing in the mud, brothers and sisters, that was there at that time. His teachings brought him out and lifted him up and stood him up. And today he's no longer with you and I physically, but his teachings is. And that just goes to show you and I that it's from God, who came in the person of Master Prophet Muhammad. He don't have to be here. He don't have to be here. His teachings is in motion. He said be, and so it's in motion. He ain't got to be here. He ain't got to come back here. The messenger didn't have to come back here. The messenger done passed away. But his teaching is a life-giving teachings, and it was civilized in a savage. And it civilized, look what Moses did when he took Islam in the caves, hillsides and the caves of Europe. He civilized the devil. Those who accepted it brought him out of the cave. Those who rejected it, they stayed in the cave. So it's likewise today. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad teachings, it works the same way. Those who accept it, they come out of that mud. Those who reject it, they stay in the mud. It's just that simple. Because we have a God on our side today who's present, and he's well able to protect us. But we have guidelines that qualify you and I for his protection. So we given these guidelines from the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, things we should do and things we shouldn't do. We taught when to eat, what to eat, now how to eat. We taught these things. You may say, oh man, I know how to eat. No, you don't know how to eat. We eat to live. We try to eat to live. And he taught us how to eat to live. So we're very, very fortunate to have this knowledge. But most of the time, we don't obey it. So when we don't obey it, we suffer. We suffer the consequences. That it's like that. It's a payback in Islam. You get what you put down, you pick up. If you whatever it is, if you reject the truth, there's a consequence for rejection. If you accept it, it's a blessing. You get rewarded for it. So these things, it's very important that we understand that we have a true God, true and living God, who's present. I mean, he sees everything. He knows. Why not submit? This God sees everything. He knows everything. He knows our very thought before we even think it. We can't put one over on him. What the message said, you put that small time stuff over on me. You can't do that. See? So, just knowing this, whatever's in our minds, he sees. I read the Holy Quran the other day, and it was saying, they are planning. The devil, they're planning. He said, oh, they planning. They made sure that you know they planning. He said, but you turn that page and go over and say, we planning. See? We know they planning, but we planning. And we the best of planners, a lot of the best of planners. So he's not only talking about the devil. He talking about hypocrites and enemies. They plan too. See? They're planning. So, to know these things, it's a blessing from Almighty God, Allah, who came in the person of Master Prophet Muhammad. But, brotherhood, sisterhood, have to have love for one another. That's the only way it's going to get off the ground, brother. Only way it's going to get off the ground. I mean, genuine, not fake, not saying it, but showing it from the heart, sincerely. That's the only way it's going to get off the ground. And if we don't have that and we can't get that, Allah going to send somebody else in. It's just that simple. The message says, love for your black brother and sister. Have the love that you have for yourself. I know you love yourself. Flip it. Take that same love you have for yourself towards your brother, your sister. See how things begin to shape up. See how things begin to, the progress that not only that we make as a nation, but you make as an individual in the eyesight of Almighty God, Allah, because you're not holding nothing back. You sincerely love for your brothers and sisters what you love for yourself. You sincerely illustrating that in whatever form that it might be. You can show it, your love for any kind of little thing you do. Maybe you might do something, whatever it is, for someone to show them that you appreciate just your love or your brotherhood or your brother towards your brother by doing certain things for a brother or for a sister. You show it that way. It's a lot of ways that we can show it. See? So we have to illustrate these things and know what's required. The messenger taught us what to do to get this for one another. See? And prayer is the number one thing. That's the key. That's the key. Prayer. I don't care what you said, that is the key. I thank Allah who came in the person of Master Prophet Muhammad. I never forget Lieutenant Fleming. He's gone now. But as I know, as I learned to know him and work with him, he was a believer. And he told me that. He said, pray, brother. He said, prayer. I took to whatever I said. He said, pray, brother, prayer. I didn't understand. So, you know, what if this? He said, prayer, man. Because this happened, yeah, he said, prayer. Pray to the God. He got control over mind and matter. Matter and mind, however you want to take it. He got control over it. See? And come to learn about it, that his very nature is mercy. That's one of his attributes. Forgiveness. He loved to forgive us. He loved to bless us. And he'll chastise us too. See? For being disobedient. So, we have to have a tight brotherhood and sisterhood. We have to have it. We have to have it. And when we do that, Allah's with us. He's present. He's not present when we quarreling. all the time, fighting against each other. He's not that. We have to be on the same page. If we believe in the teaching of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, we believe exactly what he said, 100%. Because he got it from Allah. He didn't get it from himself. He said, I was too dumb. I didn't get all this from myself. Otherwise, somebody had to teach him. Allah taught him for 3.5 years. He was a blind, deaf, and dumb Negro like we were before the coming of Almighty God Allah. The Messenger of Elijah Muhammad didn't know. He what? Elijah Pooh. He had a slave named Pooh. See? All these things. He was just like us. See? But when Allah taught him and raised him up and taught him for 3.5 years, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of both books, he then in turn gave it to you and I. But it's something that I want to read. It's a message to the black man. And it's in the prayer service. And it says, I think we should read that sometime. We should go there and read the prayer service. It says, it's in Holy Quran, chapter 29, excuse me, verse 45. And it goes to read this, like this. It says, surely prayer keeps one away from indecency and evil. And certainly, the remembrance of Allah is the greatest force. And Allah knows what you do. Right there. Allah knows what you do. So if he knows what we do, why do it if it's wrong? What you doing, whether you realize it or not, you challenging him. You challenging Allah. He know what you're doing. He know what we're doing. So why do it if it's wrong? There's a consequence behind it. You may not get it right now, but you're going to get it. It's going to balance out on down the line. See? So what? We have to submit. If I know it's wrong, I'm going to get punished if it's wrong. I don't care what it is. It says also, go down and says, so let us realize the power of Allah. Let us realize the power of Allah. Because we may not realize the power of Allah. Because if we constantly doing a thing, if we shouldn't, we testing the God. We going up, we knocking our heads up against the God because we playing with fire. That's what we're playing with fire. Because he'll show you on down the line that who's the boss. He gonna show you who's the boss. You might say, well, all these other little different kind of things that's happening, but he gonna show you, okay, I'm gonna show you who the boss. I'm gonna show you I meant what I said. And make obeisance to him through our prayers to him. And it goes on now, he says, surely Allah knows well what's in our minds. Let me read this again now. Surely Allah knows well what is in our minds. Now that goes to show you now he knows what's in our minds. Why keep fooling around? Why keep playing with fire? Someone say, well, you don't believe it then. We don't believe it then. If we keep playing with it and keep doing wrong, we don't believe it. We don't believe that we're going to get punished. See, we will. But Allah is merciful. But you know what? Have you ever seen a strong brotherhood? Or strong sisterhood? I saw that before. Back in the day. I know what it is. I know what it's like. and to be a part of that. You know, it's gratifying to work and know that you're working in the cause. You believe in what the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, 100%. We don't question, say, the Holy Quran even say, we hear and obey. We hear and obey. We don't question what the messenger say. If the messenger said it, he said it. And we believe it 100%. We give our life. We lay our life down for it because we believe what he said. We never saw Allah, who came in the person of the Master Prophet Muhammad. But we believe that the messenger saw him. We believe that he talked to him face to face. 3.5 years he taught him. We believe that. Now we can get back and say, well, I don't. That's you. That's you. That's on you. You get you some understanding. That's on you. You say, well, I think it might. You can think all you want to think. What he said goes. That's right. The dying said. This is what we have to. The dying said. We don't need nobody to come in and say we going. No, we already had a blueprint. It's already been laid out. Only thing indeed now is carrying into practice. And go after our lost found brothers and sisters and try to get as many out the fire as we can. This is our job. This is our duty. Not to kill or hurt one another. Our duty is to love one another. That's what it's about. And if we don't have that in our hearts, we better get it. We better get it in our heart. Because remembrance of Allah is the greatest force. See, when we lose, when they say the remembrance of Allah, that means keeping up your prayer, keeping Allah in your mind. That keep them 5 prayers up. That's the remembrance of Allah. So when we don't remember Allah, our hearts harden because why? We're not saying our prayers like we should. And if we saying our prayers like we should, things will be better. Because why? Because it's automatic will help you if you take that step in the right direction. Because the message say, sincere prayer will get you answered. Whatever it is. Whatever it is, brothers and sisters, Allah will bless us to be successful. Look at this devil. This is what happened to this devil. The messenger said this, that the nations of the earth going to flee from America. Look what it is today. This guy in office today. They fleeing from this cat. They don't want no parts of America. They getting back, and then they say they're going to look back and see America burn. The other nations, this is what's happening today. Right at the top. The head of these supposed to be intelligent beings, human beings, the good, strong minds. They can't even agree. All of them robbing and stealing and doing all this stuff, lying, cheating, everything up in that White House. They doing everything. So they falling. We ain't got nothing to do with that. Allah gonna take care of them. He gonna take care of all the handkerchief heads and sympathizers and hypocrites. He gonna do all that. The messenger say Allah told him, brother, don't you worry about nothing. He said, I'm going to gather them all up and chastise them. He told the messenger, don't worry about it. Why should we? Allah going to take care of him, and he doing it. He going to take care of him in his own time. So we have to get ourselves together. And when this train comes, get ready to get on board. See? But you're not going to get on board fitting and dancing up here. No, we got to get this straight. We got to get this mind straight on just what we gonna do. This is the battle of decision right now. When we going all through these old crazy things, this is the battle of decision. Which one you gonna serve? Which God you gonna serve? Right here, truth or falsehood in our minds. We have to cut it out. It's the bottom line. See? Because the show gonna roll. It's gonna continue to go. Now you can be a part of it freely. Well, you don't have to be. Man, look, Islam is peace. It means peace, freedom, justice, and equality. You have to accept it or reject it. It don't make any difference to nobody. You can walk right out that door. You ain't never got to come back no more. That's up to you. That's you and Allah. But don't blame it on me. See? Don't put it on me and I put it on my brother. Left eye call him. No, you ain't left eye call. You want to left eye Levi. That's just an excuse. Oh, you want to do that all along. That just come up and you grab it. I can hold on to this and take that and run with it. See? That's how they do. That's how they do. Back in the day, hypocrites. They didn't get their way. They come in and look at you, little smirk. Yeah, I got you. No. Allah knows. See, that's what Malcolm forgot, the messenger said. His mistake is that he forgot about Allah. That was his mistake. He forgot about Allah. Let us not forget about Allah. Let us not forget about Allah. Praise be to Allah. Because we know that he's the God. And he will help all of us. When we benefit, all of us benefit from success. Because all of us is working for success and to better our condition. See? We're very fortunate, but we got a job because we have hypocrites. The message said, opposition is great today. You'd be surprised, brothers and sisters, the opposition that we have. But people is begin, we get a lot of letters, a lot of calls, a lot of emails, where people just begin, Allah begin to open up their hearts. And they begin to see the truth and what the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad has taught. And we thank Allah because we're part of it. We're part of this truth, trying to get this truth to our people and get them to understand it. Because the message say get as many out the fire as we can. But while we're in the boat, let's stay in the boat. Let's don't jump out the boat into the fire. We already came out of the fire, so why you want to go back in the fire again? Because if we don't submit, that's exactly where we're heading. You can't straddle the fence. You're either with it or you're not. This is how it is. Allah demands strict obedience to his law. That's the way it is. He gave it to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Prime example. He didn't have it easy. He had to, listen, we know by the dealing that we have, when we deal with our lost found brother, how hard-hearted and how mad they are. Just think, there's just a few when we deal with. Someone want to chop our head off because we won't bring him the truth. Just think of the messenger. Millions. How he had to come to a hard-headed, stiff-necked, rebellious people, over 20 million, to tell them that Jesus is not Lord. Some that they believed in from the cradle. He had to unravel all that. They thought he was a madman. See? That the white man was our brother. Yeah, all this thing that the messenger had to unravel. But Allah knew what he was doing. He chose the right one. And he only chooses one. And he chose the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And he, in turn, he taught you and I. So now it's up to us to carry this word right on. You know, it's something. When the message said the devil's time was up in 1914, he was given an extension of time because of us. Did it do any good? We was given an extension of time. He was. Just think of this. The white man, the devil. It was up in 1914, okay? Right on up now. See, that thing got worse. We still hadn't learned. So what's that? That's saying that we're ungrateful. Allah is extending his time because of us. But yet, we can't get along with each other. Not so on the devil. We can't even get along with each other. Not the white man, but that's the white man's mark. See? The white man mark is dividing the brothers and sisters toward each other. Even our lost found brothers, division. That's his thing. That's what he does best. How we gonna get along with the brother out there? We can't even get along within. So what? That's telling you we got a job yet to do. We have a job on what? On sincerity, open up our hearts and being sincere and being for real and take this for what it's worth. That's all it is. See, because if we don't, we're going to be moved. Whether it's me or anybody else. If we don't care in the fight, he's going to remove it. Didn't the messenger say that, I think it's in Our Savior Has Arrived, when he said that some going to come in, going to love Allah, going to love Allah. So what's that telling you and I? We better love him. Why shouldn't you love him? Why not love him? Look what he done. Look what he did. He didn't have to come 9,000 miles. He didn't have to do that. He took it on himself. Then he say he searched the world. He went himself. This is the guy going himself. He didn't have to do that. He could have just wiped it out, brought somebody else in. He can, reproduce. He didn't need us. He could just cast them, kick them out, bring in a new generation. He could have did that. But no, he did it because he loved us. The messenger taught us. Master Farad Muhammad, he eat rattlesnakes just to save one of us. He loved us. So he came and he raised one from among you and I. Look, now, see, we're being ungrateful because we're still being foolish. He came, he raised one from among you and I to teach and guide us. All these years, the message taught for 44 years. He didn't deviate. He didn't take a bribe. He took all the humiliation, the slander, everything he took, he was willing to do. What? For the love for us, because he loved us more than we loved ourselves. He know that Allah was with him. And he said, if you with me, he'll be with you. But we got to get with ourselves first. No, it's true. I don't know your heart. I didn't know his heart. I don't know their hearts. But you got stony. You got that smart, crooked deceiver who's always trying to put one over. What the message said, watch out for the smart, crooked deceiver who's always trying to put one over. Why do you think he said that? Just to say it? No. Because he knew it exists. So, by you being and by us being Muslim, you have to knock it out when you see it. Jump on it when we see it. We weren't going to be successful. That's the bottom line. If it's me, anybody else. If the hat fit, I have to wear it. But if I'm in that situation, I'm going to correct it. With the help of Allah, I'm going to try my best to correct it. I'm going to do my part in correcting it. Now it's up to you to do your part. I can't do your part. I can do my part. I can't suffer what you suffer. I suffer what I suffer. Allah charged me with what I do, not what you do. See? Every tub sits on its own bottom. So, if we have a fault or we have some kind of flaw, take it to Allah and ask Allah to help you with your flaw that you have or that we have. If you don't, he know it anyway. He just know that you're hard-hearted. And he know pretty soon when that thing like that happens, it overtakes you. It overtakes you. That's who killed you. Kill yourself. These things, brothers and sisters. See? Here's a God came all the way. 9,000 miles all the way. This is a God. This is the Lord of all the world. He don't need you or me. He don't need us. We need him. We're subject to him. We need his protection. Master Farad Muhammad. Why not pray to him 5 times a day? So when we pray to Almighty God, Allah, at least our 5 prayers, what happened? Our condition, he better your condition. The messenger said. And you have bettered, you have benefited. You may have no $1 million and all that. I don't know, you might have that, I don't know, but I'm just saying. Most likely we don't. They had $1 million. But the point is, he better our condition. He better our condition. Don't you know what it's like? Have you ever felt what it's like? You can go to your brother, talk to your brother, your sister, excuse me. And it's sincerely, ain't nothing jive about it. It's honest. And how we appreciate each other. Before coming on Almighty God, Allah, and raised up the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, we was divided. We hated black. He taught us to love ourselves. The messenger. Allah told him. He said, brother, go to him and tell him, I'm the God. Tell him about me. And that's exactly what he did for 44 years. For 44 years, he did it. See? We got it. Now, it's binding on you and I. It's our duty. We have to love each other. I'm telling you, I just don't know whether we're going to get it off the floor. There ain't going to be no jive. I'm just telling you straight up. Straight up. Take love each other. So if you don't have that in your heart, you won't be around long. If I don't have that in my heart, I won't be around long. I'm telling you. It's the power of Allah. This is the days of manifestation of defects. Whatever's in you and I, it's coming out. Whether it's good or bad, it's coming out. We can't hide it no more. If we have jealousy or envy in our hearts, it's going to come out. Rest assured, it's going to come out. This is the resurrection of the so-called American League. This is the resurrection of the dead, the mentally dead. That means what? To rise up, to make known, to make a thing known, or to rise up from that future darkness that they're in. So, if it's in you and I, and it's the resurrection of the mentally dead, whatever in you and I, it's going to come out of us. It's going to come out of us. We can't hide nothing today. That's good. That's good. Allah makes it manifest. He brings it out. One way or another, He's going to bring it out. So, I ask Allah, whatever in me, good or bad, bring it out. Make me aware of it so I can work on it, so I can get rid of it. If I got something in my heart against my brother, help me get rid of it. See, I want to love my brother like I love myself. See, get rid of it. If it's in me, get rid of it. Whatever is in me, it's not in accord, please help me get rid of it. See? These are the kind of things, because none of us are perfect. We can't sit around and look like Mr. Goody Shoe or Miss Goody Shoe or whatever. It's not like that. We all got something. Maybe. I tell you what I got. See, there's a lot of work I got to do on me. See, if it come right now, we're not 100%, we're in trouble. See, that's how it is. Love the brotherhood. Why you say love the brotherhood? Because this is what it is. It's the brotherhood. See, there's nothing like the brotherhood. We have to understand there's nothing like the brotherhood, nothing like the sisterhood. You can't find no brotherhood or no sisterhood better than what the messenger had set up from Almighty God. God Himself set it up. Set the MGT. He set it up. Muslim girl training, that's from Allah. He set that up. Messenger said He set it up. So if Allah set it up, it's going to be perfect. It's going to have to be perfect. None of that foolishness. It's going to have to cut out. That's how it is. And after that, when you don't cut it out, Allah going to get you. And I hope He do. Whoever it is, got any malice in their heart against brotherhood, He should take it out of them and punish you. I don't have it against the brotherhood. I don't have it against sisterhood. I can say that. Can you say it? See what I'm saying? I can say it. I don't have nothing against my heart against you. Either one of you. See? But in truthful, can you say it? You ain't got to tell me. Take it to Allah. Ask Allah, can you say it? He know if He can or not. See? And then when that thing like that happens, then you'll see our progress. You see Allah start to bless us. You see Him coming in the doors. We see Him filling up. You see one right next to you when we get rid of this madness. If you don't get rid of it, what happens? He's going to send somebody in, take your place or my place. That's how it is. It's resurrection. That's how it is. No fun, I mean, gain ain't no gain. You have to be true in heart. What they say, the pure, true in heart. That's who's going to be successful. The true in heart. That's you and I, the believer. That's how it is. Don't you want a strong brother? I know I do. But you want somebody to say, strive hard, pretty soon you get a believer like yourself. You have a brother sitting right next to you, have a sister sitting right next to you like yourself. You know what yourself is. You claim to be a righteous Muslim. That's what we claim, to be righteous Muslim. Okay, like yourself, okay, you say you'll get a brother just like you, a believer. Then we make progress. You see it, we'll start making progress. See? Because Allah knows. He knows our hearts. You think He's going to send somebody in here with all quarreling and all this madness going on? You think Allah going to send? What kind of God would that be? That's not justice. He's unjustice. Let somebody come in here and we got all kinds of stuff that's not going like it should be. He won't keep them in here. He'll keep them away and get rid of you. He'll send them in to take your place. That's how He works. What's it like me and you? You know a place over here is bad. You gonna tell your brother's man going over there, you know, he's going on in there. And you know it's not right? Why would you send him in there? Oh, you don't do that. You send a brother in there, you killing him, you know. But he come out, he's, man, I thought these people were like this. Man, I ain't never going back in that no more. We give him a wrong impression. See? So we have to get a grip on it. See? These kind of things. I'm not saying what, I don't know what's going on, but I'm saying this. All I see, we all make up a lot of them. We live our lives. So we got the knowledge and knowledge we can see. You can see when things ain't right. You know when things ain't right. Now try to fool yourself. You know when things ain't right. Okay? I'm not gonna try to fool myself. No more. No, I'm fooling myself. Truth is truth. See? That's why we have a thing called preventative measures. Preventative measures. Guilty of it myself. Preventative measures. You knew better. Yeah. But Lord's merciful. See? Lower your gauge. Holy Quran teaches us that. Knew better. All can fall a victim. Yeah, we all can fall a victim. Put yourself in that position. Lower your gauge. What did it say that for? It's a reason. Because things lead to other things. When you don't. I don't care how strong you think you are. It said it for a reason. So when you read the Holy Quran, you're talking to Allah, right? Okay, that's what's in there. Lower your gauge. That's right. We have to do that. And sister, stay out your brother's face. Lower your gauge. See? All in the brother's face. Stay out your face. Brother, lower your gauge. You don't have no problem. It's set up like that. That's how it's going to be. That's where it should be. The message said the stricter the law is our success. That's where it should be. See? Now Allah bless us with a strong brotherhood, a strong sisterhood, because we'll get rid of that stoning. See? Get rid of stoning. Stony causes confusion. Stony don't want to do right. It's always the problem with Stony. See? That's all worldwide. I ain't talking about here. All around. They come in and do what you want to do. You can't do what you want to do in the Nation of Islam. I don't care what you think, or what you think it might be, or what you think it should be. It's already laid out. We didn't need, if that was the person you ought to allow to talk to you then. If you got the solution, then that's the solution to the problem is divine. See, we got to get on board. All this foolishness, stop. Restrict the law. It's our success. What the messenger say goes. We don't question him, we obey him. These are the kind of things. That's when we're going to have a strong brotherhood. That's when we're going to have a strong sisterhood. That rusty law. See, fault finder. Always got something to talk about. Fault finders, backbiters, and rebellious ones. The messenger said what? You keep away. Why did he say that? It's the reason why he said it, because they're troublemakers. They tear the whole thing down. See? What the messenger say? 100%. That's what we go by. Oh, well, he might have meant this. No, he meant exactly what he said, exactly how he said it. It's no confusion on what the messenger say. He said, it's like taking candy from a baby. It's so plain and simple. It's like taking candy from a baby. My truth. It don't need no debating. But you can ask me all the questions you want to. I just said what I said. So you can ask me all the questions you want to. When I say Muslims don't drink, don't smoke, fornicate, commit adultery. What's so hard about that? To understand that? Oh, well, he meant exactly what he said. So these are the kind of things what we have to do. See, because we're writing our book. We're writing our book. We're writing our book about what we do and how we treat each other. Teach our children. Teach them. Equip them with what they need to be equipped with. So when they go, and they can go out and they can face this civilization. Smoking dope. Everywhere you look around, they got dope houses. They legalizing it to get our children. That's who they're after. Smoking, drinking, partying. That's what they're after. Our children. We have to educate them and teach them about the devil and be examples for them. See, these kind of things. It's a lot of responsibility, brother, that we you know what? We can be punished. It's in the lesson that you don't care this truth out, that you can be punished. We can be punished for not doing our duty. We can be punished. I don't want to be punished for not doing my duty. No. We can be punished for sitting down, not doing our duty. We're held accountable for that. If we don't try to get the laws found out, we're held accountable for it. Why? Because we know. We charged with this. Allah charges us with this. Didn't he say he chastised messengers? If they didn't do what he said do, you think the messenger didn't do what Allah told him to do? He did exactly what Allah told him to do. See? So this is what we have to do. Regardless, that's what we have to do. Say your prayers. Say your 5 prayers. You can ask the question. How many got up this morning and said their morning prayer? You ain't got to raise your hand, you know. How many did that? Did we say our 5 prayers yesterday? Or the day before? Did we say our early morning prayer this morning? That 5 o'clock prayer this morning, did we get up and say it? Ask ourselves that. These are the questions that we should be asking ourselves, not about what did you doing this, that, and that. We should be asking these questions. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Ask these questions. What you should be doing. We should be saying our prayers and asking Allah to strengthen us in our weakest hour. Bless us to be strong. The message says, strive hard against the disbelieving hypocrite. Fight them with truth. Standpoint to prove my position. That's in and out. It can be out there and in here. We still fight to prove his position on what he said. Not only out there, in here too. Something that we're going to stand up for. We stand up for right. Okay, who it is. We stand up for being a brother to a brother and a sister to a sister. And we stand up for that. Those who not, we get rid of them. That's not going to be a brother to a brother what you need him for. It's brotherly love here. Take that out there. Do what you want to do out there. It's all right. The messenger said, ooh, that's you, God, and the devil. Once I taught you, I said, I don't go after, running after. So I got too many ahead of me. Think about you. No, that's you, God, and the devil. You already know what's happening. Like the old saying, can you teach a dog new tricks with an old dog new tricks? That's what they say. If I get hot, you can. You teach them something. You say, yeah, I should have listened. I know that, but I should have listened. What the devil say? I know he was Allah all the time. Yeah, Allah said, yeah, but I'm going to get you. Yeah, they didn't, you did. You say, so I'm going to get you then. See, these things. We have to love each other. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. To love each other. If you don't love your brother like you love yourself and don't love your sister like you love yourself, you in trouble. You got a hard road ahead. Because you refuse to do it for some reason. That's you and Allah. Whatever we do, that's you and Allah. That's how it is. But I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to be a part of it. No. I don't want to be a part of that. No. Honorable Elijah Mama gave us the key. We got it. And that's the only way we're going to be successful, brothers and sisters. We have to clean up our act. Or what, when I'm not saying here, all over. Not just here, all over. We're going to have to clean our act up. We can't get no unity like it's supposed to be. We get a unity on this or on that. We have unity because this or that. We can't have unity because of what the messenger said. But it's got to be like this. Or I got to have the freedom to do this. You ain't had no freedom. Devil ain't gave you no freedom for 6,000 years. You ain't had no freedom. But all of a sudden we come in here, now we got to have freedom. We got to say so. You got to say so as a Muslim believer, yes, but you got to say so to do what the messenger said do. That's what you got to do. That's what we all have to do. Because that's what it's about. It ain't about what you think or what you meant or what you think he meant. I think the messenger meant. No, the messenger meant exactly what he said, how he said it. See, don't add to what he said or put something what you think it means. No, it said what he said. He said a white man is the devil, didn't he? He didn't say nothing else but the white man is the devil. Now, what kind of problem or what kind of thing you going to add to that? You can't add nothing to that. It's simple. You either believe it or let it alone. I want to hear your opinion what he might have meant. He meant just what he said. The white man is the devil. He always will be the devil. And don't you ever forget it. Now, what you got to say what he meant? He meant exactly that. That is. All of us, we have to love each other. And if we don't, we'll be successful. Won't be successful. That's the bottom line. I thank you. I thank Allah. It's going to show you and me. What did Tynette ever do? What did she ever do? What good work did she ever did for the black man? What sacrifice she made for the black man and woman? What she do? Her name all over. It's a reason for that. To discredit the messenger. They didn't say what he did. They took down his name. See? These kind of things. Look at Malcolm. A hypocrite. What the messenger say? The messenger said they always go back and get hypocrites and handkerchief-head preachers for you and me to idolize. They don't idolize him. Messenger don't idolize me no way. So I'm your brother. Leave me in my spot. Don't put me up in Allah's spot. That's his spot alone. That ought to tell you about a man's character. That ought to tell you about a man. Tell you how he was. Don't be telling us, don't put me up next to the God. That's his own spot. Put me down here. He tell you where I belong. They tell you something about a man, don't it? Tell you how good heart he had. The love he had for you and I. He's a prime example to instill the same love that he had for Allah that we have for each other. How you gonna say you're Muslim and you don't love your brother and sister like you love yourself? You're not no Muslim. You first have to love your brother and sister. Genuine. I ain't nothing to it or some showboat. For real. Because if you're not for real, it's gonna come out. A lot of people try to hide behind Islam. You can't hide behind it this day. It's gonna make you manifest. One day you're gonna say, I ain't going down there no more. They doing this, they doing that. That's what they say, brothers and sisters. That's what they say. But we know we got a mighty God on our side. We got a mighty God that's going to protect us against the hypocrite and disbeliever. He going to protect you and I as long as we keep our power. We made a covenant. That's right. That's right. Way do to Allah. That's right. We made an agreement. But you know we made an agreement, a covenant, an oath. When we signed that letter, we said oath. We got our signature down there saying that I believe. I want to be a follower. I submit myself. Know that Allah is God. We made an agreement with him, with the Lord of the worlds. You gonna break it? You in trouble. You gonna break your agreement with God, you can't be trusted by nobody. That's why hypocrites are double crossing. They don't trust them. They don't trust them. You break your oath with God, who's gonna trust you? Any civilized person not gonna trust you or me. See? We're very fortunate to be brothers, to have a brotherhood, and to have a sisterhood that we can go to. And go to your brother and sister and love your brother and love your sister like you love yourself. Nothing in between it, but genuine love for each other. Ain't nothing phony or fake about it. You sincerely love me like I love you. You sincerely help me like I would help you. Ain't no, I'm doing this for this or that. No, I'm doing this because I want to do it from a brother from my heart. Because I would love you to do the same for me if I get in trouble. Ain't nothing behind it to be seen of men. Ain't nothing about that. It's what the messenger taught us to be toward one another. Because we never have had love for each other. We hate black. And the devil did it today, and right today, we still hate black and love white. See? These kind of things. But Allah is merciful, because we're going to have a strong brotherhood. We're going to have a strong sisterhood, because that's what we want. That's what we want, and that's what we're going to have with the help of Allah. So I'm not in accord, I won't be around either. You're not in accord, you most certainly won't be around either. When it said that, you look at that, what it's always said, that he sees. What do you think? Allah sees. He sees us. He know if we shucking. He know if we shucking. He know what's in here. He know what's in here. And he knows what's in here. He know if you're going to do right or not. And you might do it for a few days, or we might do it for a few days or something like that, or you don't bowl like that. No, this is eternity. It's not for a few days. Then take a vacation, then start thinking over again. No. No, it ain't like that. I won't think about it today. I'll think about it tomorrow. No, it's not like that. See, because when we say our prayers, we don't continue to do the same thing. If you're doing that, you're just going through the motions. When we say our prayers to Allah, we asking him, please guide me on the right path. So when we say, please guide me on the right path, we're talking about the way our thinking too. Our thinking got a lot to do with it. So you're going to have to take that first step to clean yourself up and divide yourselves of the devil's habits. That's the devil's habit there. Envy and jealousy of one another. That's the devil's habit. Because we saw what happened to Cain and Abel. In my conclusion, we saw what happened to Cain and Abel. One was jealous of the other because Allah accepted his offering and didn't accept his. So, murder set in. And he did kill him. See? That's the thing what happened. When jealousy and envy sets in, it kills. You have in your heart to kill your brother. You hate your brother or you hate your sister for some reason. See? So that sets in there. But see, Allah is merciful. Because anything, I want people to understand this. This is not a joke. If you got any malice, anything, this is what the messenger said, in your heart, against a believer, if you wish a believer's death, or wish something bad, or whatever you wish on that believer, don't you know Allah, the messenger, said he'd take it and reverse it and put it on you? Do you believe that? Do you really believe it? Because if we really believe it, we'll stop it. We'll stop it. That should stop us dead in our tracks. Just the point that the messenger said, Allah, take it and put it on you. The hatred that you have for me, or the hatred that you have for him, or the hatred that you have for her, he take it and reverse it and put it on you. That should be enough to stop us dead in our tracks. No. Don't stop. Still doing it. We won't stop. We ain't gonna stop till Allah chastise you. And when he chastises us for doing no, he gonna make an example out of you and me. Then we gonna say, I ain't going that way. You'll know for sure what's happening. And I know for sure what's happening. So if we have this in our hearts, in our mind, we better stop it. We better stop it. Because you won't be around long. Assalamu alaikum. Praise be to Allah. Woo. Hey, if you can get that, I think I had that for you. I had it for you. You working first? Oh, you working that day? Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. I have it for you. I have it for you. I have it for Cap.
Brother and sister, rise for prayer. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, all praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the beneficent, the merciful. So, Master's Day of Judgment in which we now live, thee alone do we serve, and thee alone beseech for thine help and aid. O Allah, guide us on the right path of those upon whom thou bestow thy favors, not on the path of those upon whom thy wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray if they heard thy teachings. Say he, Allah is one God. Allah is he of whom nothing is independent, but upon whom we all depend. He begetteth not, nor is he begotten, there is none like him. And I bear witness none deserve to be served, worship, or praise beside Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. And I bear witness that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is our true servant and last apostle. Ameen. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us not to do anything to anyone that we wouldn't have done it to ourselves, and treat everybody right, even the devil. Assalamu alaikum.